Well, hello there everyone, my name is LOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOO name, so I don't need to restate that. So at the beginning of this video, I'm gonna have a short intermission of about 5 minutes to show you some off-screen thing that happens after the dungeon and training. Because let me tell you, you need a lot of training to accomplish something in this game, especially considering the thing that I talked with the Game Boy lane cable earlier. So I'm also gonna be, oh yeah, again, this crash. What a surprise! It's the only time that's gonna happen for the next, for this part and the next one. So no major knowings there. Luckily, I saved right before that, so didn't waste that much time. If you want to see the cutscene that I'm talking over, then just pause the video. I'm just blasting through them, unless it's a really important storytelling thing. I'm not gonna care that much. So now we're gonna go into our hometown and get some secrets underway. And it's probably one of the largest city in this game. At least I feel like. There's 8 stands you can go through. All of them are home, which you can, you know, make a new character, and then the family is gonna be there and it's gonna serve a certain purpose. As for me, as you'll see in about like 30 seconds, I'm gonna see my father, and my father is gonna offer services for blacksmithing because my family has a trade of being blacksmith. By the way, there are secrets like this in every town where you'll go next to a thing and say examine. Do that always. You can get some really good stuff out of this, like chunk of bronze, chunk of iron, even chunk of mithril later on in the game. That is excellent. You can find gold, silver, and everything. That's pretty damn cool. Here we got a simple Mogul house. I don't think I need to explain this. Pretty self-mandatory. And I guess instead of that, I believe we're also gonna make go through the Mushroom Forest today. And Mushroom Forest is kind of a cool place, kind of a staple. I feel like it's a really staple dungeon in this game. I feel like when you talk about Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, one of the first things that comes to mind is the Mushroom Forest. But yeah, here it is. You can make weapon crafting for you, depending on the design that you have, and if you got a material and get to spend. However, money is plentiful in this game, so we're just gonna deal with it. So I didn't have enough to make the novice weapon, so I went for the bronze armor. By the way, I think it was bronze, maybe the bronze shield. I don't know. Yeah. By the way, there is specific design for specific character. As you maybe saw, there was like a design. The novice weapon was for every races, which like, as I explained last part, Clavel, Lilty, Ukes, and Selkie. In this case, I had a bronze shield, but only the Clavel has the bronze shield. So you cannot like get a bronze shield design and be like, oh, I want this for my loyalty. You won't be able to carry that, so pay special attention to that, especially the crafting material, as we'll see later on. Right now you're just seeing a bunch of cutscenes that I travel through because it's a really randomized. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles has a really randomized style of storytelling. There's no way to tell what's gonna happen, because you always get a different experience every time, unless you're really lucky. Which in this case, I had a girl coming over and she'd be like, oh, do you want that? So she gave me that, and that's pretty cool because the thing that she gives me is gonna be really cool for at the end of dungeons for family and letters and stuff. Here it's just off-screen training. Of course, I'm just getting the strength because it is amazing to have more attack. Defense, I got plenty of them. I think my defense at this point are like 27, which at this point of game is pretty off the charts. Nothing can do even 1 heart of damage, so it's pretty damn cool. And here we are in a miasma forest. I'm gonna talk a little bit about this as we go a little bit more in the story. As for now, the miasma forest is entirely pointless. basically, you get this crystal that's protecting you, and you gotta choose a specific element to pass through the forest, which was that giant force field that kind of surrounded me for a second, kind of pushed me back with the little circle in front, and that kind of pushed me forward to at the very end of that force field. You gotta choose specific elements, and you passed through. These sections, exception of that, don't do a thing. They don't. They do nothing at all. I don't know why. They're just there. I don't get it. I really don't. But here we now in Mars Pass, I do believe. There's an examine little button here. As you can see here, I get a bronze shard. That thing you cannot get it everywhere, so it's always a cool thing to know these secret places in towns. Always really helpful. And here we got a shop. If I talk to the right person, there we go. Shop's pretty self-explanatory. They sell things, all you iron mithril designs. I believe they even sell Phoenix down. I'm not sure about that one, but it takes a lot of money out of you. So they just sell you the basic stuff. They also sell you fruits, which is pretty damn cool. Fruits are a way to restore health. So and what's cool about this game is that depending of your race, your taste changes, and your taste affects how much health you restore. So you don't necessarily need to cure spell for that. You can just eat a fruit and you restore health automatically, which is a pretty damn cool thing if I do say so myself. And you can even increase your taste of fruits as you go along in the journey. Like right now I'm a climate, so the apple is my favorite fruit. But if I want, I can make meat my least favorite food, my best, if I just continually eat meat. And right now it won't restore jack crap, but as we if I just continually eat meat, then it will constantly heal more and more HPA as I go along. So that's always pretty cool. Here's another Moogle house. Just feel like showing it because show off? I don't know. Just taking a sip here. Always pretty damn useful. And now we've pretty much covered up every little off-screen thing. I'm gonna be doing this for every beginning of videos here because it's always pretty useful. Showing a little bit of my inventory so you make sure you keep track of my stuff and the treasure I get and everything. And just later on you'll see, like, I'll probably make this playthrough go through year 5 or maybe 6, because this game works on a year cycle. So you need 3 mirror drop to complete a year cycle, and once you get all 3, then you start a new years and etc. You can make it to year 99, which is almost 300 mirror drop, 270 if I want to be more precise, and then it just goes on. You can still continue the game even after that. And it's an endless loop, so I'm gonna be trying to make this as short as possible. So I think there's like 15 dungeons, so I'm gonna try to make it within those 15 dungeons, and maybe a little more if I want to get specific items, because those mirror 3 regenerate as the year passes, so you can just get back those mirror, but you can make them in consecutive drops. That's why I'm not in year 2 by now, because, well, oh, I should shut up.
When I was a child, I once asked my mother, "Where did I come from?" She answered, "Why, we all sprouted from the mushroom forest, of course." Nightmares soon haunted my sleep. I dreamt that I was lost among the toadstools. I awoke in tears, but felt the warmth of my mother's embrace as she comforted me. It is something I still remember to this day.
I still really don't get those narration points, but I think they're pretty damn cool. But that's just me though. What was I talking about? I believe I was talking about a year cycle or something. I'm really bad for memory, guys. You shouldn't count on me to tell your date. I seriously constantly forget my date. My dates, and it's kind of bad. Don't do that. Now, I believe this will be my hardest run so far, because I believe my secret objective for this dungeon was don't get hit. And I kind of get hit a lot on this one. Just not getting hit's pretty hard, especially considering we have some of these enemy patterns being not randomized, but annoying to dodge, because they kind of dodge you after they attack in, since you don't move that fast, and there's kind of the delay between when you attack and stuff. It can be quite hard, especially considering we're in Mushroom Forest, and there's these plants that we're gonna see in just a moment. There's also these goblin guys. I'm gonna refer to them for teeth for now. Yeah, there's these plants here. They just kind of shoot venom, and they also can cause poison. Poison doesn't directly damage you, but over time it will deal a bunch of damage. And I died a few times on my personal time trying to beat a boss or something when I was poisoned, and I ended up dying. But I think Mushroom Forest is a pretty cool place, and there's a reason why people remember this place so much, I think. And how was I gonna say? Everything in this place, as you probably had guessed by now, is extremely weak to fire. I mean, makes sense. It's a mushroom forest, and I believe they are also quite weak to the blizzard spell. Not so much of the thunder. Thunder is gonna be some use for later stages, I believe, for LOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOOO flying enemy. Flying enemy has a crap load of health, but if you combine a if you combine a fire with blizzard spell, a blizzard spell with thunder spell, or a thunder spell with a fire spell, you can use the gravity function, which, as it says, knocks the enemy, the flying enemy, down to the ground, but doesn't affect other ground enemies. The thing is, if you choose that route to use the gravity spell, the flying enemy will be knocked to the ground, and he won't be able to do anything to you. Extremely useful spell here. So basically, they cannot attack you, and the defense significantly lowers. So you can what usually would end up just you smacking it for 12 hits will now take you only 3 hits to take him down, which is extremely useful. And by the way, I might as well say it now, as you may be god damn it. Another good tip in this place: just use Holy 2, which is an incredible spell for this place. I didn't get too much within spell fusion because it's kind of complicated. But as you probably saw by now, actually I did in part 1. You can combine spells together like 2 Blizzard creates Blizzaro, which has a wider range. Doesn't go as far as the normal Blizzard though, but it deals more damage, and also got the circle that can do additional damage around it by combining 2 Blizzard spell together in the command list. Same thing could apply to Thunder and Fire. You create Fira and Thundara for the same kind of effects, but the secondary effects changes. Like Thunder, you paralyze; Fire, you you burn them, causing damage over time; and Blizzard, you freeze them. Well, there's also some uncommon spell fusion, like take for example Gravity. Gravity could be an interesting spell fusion. Like you need to combine one of those 3 basic elements to create another. There's also stuff with, I believe, Cure. And I also believe, I'm really not sure about this one. Haste by combining... Actually, I don't remember. Let's just go and game facts real quick. Final Fantasy... Crystal... Chronicles. I wasn't prepared for this. I don't know if you could tell. So for GameCube... Facts. Motorsport artifact, enemy... Magic fusing guy. That seems pretty good. Spell fusion. Yeah, you got fire. Figure off Raga by commanding 3 fire. Blizzard, Blizzara, and Blizzaga by commanding 3 blizzard. Thunder, Thundara by commanding 2 thunder, and Thundaga by commanding 3 thunder. Cure doesn't have anything. You got haste. I haven't talked about this at this time, but you need to combine a life materia with 2 cure materia. And basically Ace is what it sounds like. You just it just makes your casting faster, and your movement speed faster, and your attack speed faster. So you're just better overall. This spell though tends to work a lot better in multiplayer. That's just me though. Because well, in multiplayer, there's a guy that can cast haste on you, and then just keep attacking from afar, and then recast haste on you if you need that. There's clear, which I believe erase any status effect. Might be entirely wrong about that. Then we got life, which is basically a revive, useless in single player but extremely useful in multiplayer. We got slow by combining life with any of the 3 basic elements. Basically slows your enemy, nothing to say there. And I'm gonna shut up for now because there's a little boss intro. Here is Marlboro, everyone. However, I'm gonna be stalking this a little bit, and I'm gonna be talking about it in just a second. But before that, I'm gonna continue my spells casting little thing. You also got Stop as another spell fusion by commanding a life with 2 basic material elements, so fire, thunder, or blizzard. And I think I already talked about Holy. Holy is basically something that can greatly affect the dead. Or none dead, basically. You just combine a life. You need to kind of switch out the elements. It's like a slow spell, but just invert the material placement, and you should get Holy pretty fine. And then we got Gravity, which I already talked about. So that is basically for every spell fusion. Now we come to, well, Marlboro. Marlboro is it can be tough, but at the same time he's not. I don't know how to say this. Basically, you just slam your tentacle into the ground. If you get too close, it will get 3 spines out, so just be careful about that. You will constantly cast slow over a really wide range, so watch out for that. And you also got this poison attack that he's doing right now. Don't get anywhere close to that. In the earlier stage of the game, this can caught you off guard pretty well, and you'll end up dying. You also got this kind of shadow attack, but if you just keep switching sides to attack him from, you shouldn't have any trouble. Yeah, I believe, again, Holy is an incredible way to deal with Marlboro since he has no resistance. Instead of that, Fire, I believe he has 1 point of resistance. And For the rest, I believe he has 3-point resistance when it comes to magic. Physical attacks are still pretty damn good, just keep switching sides like I said. Magic could be of use, question mark, but it's pretty risky. So just keep slashing at him, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and he's also got this nail attack, which just kind of suck you in, but really he's vulnerable in this state, so you can always just get up far away from him, and then suck you in, and since you'll be open for attack, then you can just slash him off. However, he is almost done. Just a few more hits, and of course, down you go. That was Marlboro, everyone. Here you go. Here's the second mirror drop. And here is a Mugu. How you doing, buddy? Kapow! Here you go, kapow! So let's just see what this letter is about. Oh, I'm Mother Christie. What you gonna tell, bitch? Okay, I should definitely not say that. That is extremely mean. But let's see. Mother's worries. Oh, you worried about me. So how does it feel to be out of the road? We miss you very much. Is there anything you need out here? Don't hesitate to ask for anything you need around. Listen, I need more love. I need more love, Roman. So let's just go here. If you want an incredibly useful tip to increase your bond with your family, give it a seed thing, like a wet seed or a veg seed. It will be extremely useful. I believe there's special trades, like if you're if it's a blacksmith family like me, you can always give a chunk of iron or something like that. I believe that increases much better, but the seed is a much more reliable option. Same thing goes for everything, like farmer. I believe if you give a vegetable or a fruit, you'll increase their happiness. But I'm really not sure about that. But anyway, I did horribly. So what do I get? Well, I'm gonna get the Earth Pendant, because the Earth Pendant is pretty damn cool. Increase my overall health by 1. And that is going to be it for this episode of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, guys. So next time we'll meet, I believe we will, I will show you some off-screen training, of course, some off-screens cutscenes, of course. And after that, we're just gonna be completing the first year by going through Mines of Carthage. I'm not really sure how to say that, guys. Help me. Anyway, I'll just stop rambling, and I'll see you guys next time for another edition of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. See you guys next time.
Thank you.